Now then, lass.
Happy birthday, Albert.
Well, what a birthday this is. First John remembers, now you. Hey, up. What's this pram doing here?
It's a present.
Present? And what's all this little lot?
They're all presents and all of it. Isn't it wonderful?
Who from? All the world and his wife? Hey, you haven't bought all these, have you, look?
Oh no, I couldn't afford all these. This is my present.
Oh, tar. So, who's all this from then?
The children, Albert.
Well, what children? Well, our children? Well, how can they afford it?
No, them children from Three Chimneys.
What?
Yeah.
All of this lot?
Isn't it wonderful?
All of this lot from them children? Well, I can't take all this.
Why not, Albert?
Why not? You ask me why not? Who do you think they are? With their airs and graces, handing out charity.
Shh, Albert.
Handing out charity like they were lords and ladies.
It's a present, not charity.
Presents. A present? But when it's all of this lot, it amounts to not more than charity. Well, I won't have it. I'm not having it.
Oh, Albert.
I won't have it.
Albert, can you be quiet? They're in the ticket office listening.
Oh, are they? Well, I'll give them something to listen to. Right, you three, come on now. Tell me what you think you're up to. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Perks, we thought you'd be so pleased.
Pleased? When have I ever complained to you about going short of anything, eh? You tell me that.
You've not, Mr. Perks, but they're presents and people give presents on birthdays. What's wrong with that?
Now what's wrong with it? A present, one present, but when it's heaps and heaps of them like this...
But they're not all from us.
Oh no?
They're from all sorts of people in the village, only we forgot to put labels on them.
From the village?
Yes.
Well, they've never given me presents before, so who put them up to it?
Why, we did, of course.
Well, that is marvellous. That is blinking marvellous. So you've been going round telling villagers that we can't make both ends meet?
I'm sure they didn't mean it, Albert. No, we didn't.
Whether they meant it or not, they did it. How am I supposed to show my face in the village now after this?
I thought we were friends.
So did I. But it doesn't look like no friendship to me, showing me up like this.
Oh, we didn't mean it. Honestly, we didn't. We didn't. Honestly.
All right.
Now look what you've done.
Serves them right.
I hope you're satisfied. But you've got it all wrong, Mr. Perks.
Oh, I indeed.
People gave you these presents not from charity, but because they liked you.
No, I bet.
If you won't even listen...
To what?
You are a stubborn old fool sometimes, Albert Perks. Why don't you listen for once in your life? All I wanted to say was that... well, everyone who gave you a present passed on a message to you. Go on, love, he's listening. These are clothes from Mother for your youngest. Mother said, I'll find some of Phyllis's things that she's thrown out, if you're quite sure Mr. Perks won't be offended and think it's meant for charity, I'd like to do some little thing for him because he's been so kind to you. I can't do much because we're poor ourselves. You see, Albert?
Oh, you're a born lady, your mother, I'll give you that. All right, we'll keep the clothing.
Then there's the perambulator and the gooseberries from Mrs. Ransom. She said, I dare say the Perks children would like these gooseberries. And she told me to tell you the pram was her little Emma's, who died after 6 months, and she'd like to see it used. Oh, I can't send the pram back, Albert.
Am I asking you to?
Then the shovel. Mr. James made it for you himself, and he said, you tell Mr. Perks it's a pleasure to make a little thing for a man what is much respected.
Well, I suppose he's a decent enough chap, James.
Then the honey and the bootlaces. Mr. James said he respected a man who paid his way, and the butcher said the same. And the old turnpike woman said, many was the time you lent her a hand with the garden when you were a lad, and things like that came home to roost. I don't know what she meant. And everybody who gave you anything said they liked you, and it was a good idea of ours, and nobody said anything about charity or anything horrid like that. I thought you'd love to know how fond people are of you, and I never was so unhappy in all my life. So goodbye. I hope you'll forgive us someday. Come on, let's go home.
Yeah, wait a sec.
I should think so too.
I might have been a little bit hasty.
A bit.
All right, love. I'm sorry. And we will keep all the presents.
Oh!
I can see you meant well. And, well, to be quite honest, it's really good to know we've got the respect of our neighbours.
Oh, smashing. Many happy returns, Mr. Perks.
So, ta.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Perks.
Oh, ta very much.
And now, you will stay for tea, won't you? Oh, yes, please.
Right, let's get our kids in here and we'll have a really good party.
I'll go and get them.